Good evening, students. Welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Excel video lesson number 17. In previous lesson, that is Excel video lesson number 16, we studied about lookup function, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. In lookup function, we studied left to right approach, right to left approach, top to bottom approach, bottom to top approach. 4 cases we studied. In VLOOKUP, only left to right approach. So VLOOKUP supports only left to right approach. Whereas HLOOKUP supports only top to bottom approach. That is what we studied. In that lesson, VLOOKUP as well as XLOOKUP has 4 arguments. One is lookup value, second one is table, third one is row number or column number, fourth one is approximate value or exact value. Out of this, we studied only exact value. In this lesson, we will study approximate value. I will explain you. Here, 1001 is a lookup value. A1 colon C5 is a table. C2, sorry, it's not a C2, only 2. These 2 denotes second column. From the left to most column, second column. This 0 stands for exact match. That means 1001 should be available in A column. That is the leftmost column. Exactly it should be. If it is 1000.9 is there instead of 1001, it won't give the result. It gives an error. So 1000.9 is a approximate value, whereas 1001 is a exact value. So 0 always looks for exact value available in the leftmost column. What about this one? This syntax, that is 1001 is a lookup value. Since 1 refers to approximate value, if 1001 is available in the leftmost column, that is A column, it will return the second column value. No problem. If 1001 is not available, it will go for larger value than the 1001. Largest value and then smaller than 1001. It should be so many values will be there. Out of this value, it looks for larger value that should be smaller than 1001. Largest value smaller than 1001. For example, 1000.9. 1000.9 is the most probably largest value smaller than 1000. If it is 1009 is there, it will return the value available in the second column. So that is when 1 stands for approximate match. I will explain you while doing with the help of worksheet, no problem. Next, we are going to same thing for HLOOKUP. If the values are placed in the vertically column wise, we should go for VLOOKUP. If the values are placed in the horizontal, that is row wise, we should go for HLOOKUP. That is the difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Otherwise, everything is same. Now we should go for cell referencing. Cell reference is nothing but cell name. For example, A1 is a cell name. Otherwise, it is called as a cell reference. How we call the cell? That is the important. So there are two types of cell referencing. One is relative referencing. Second one is absolute cell referencing. For example, already we studied one thing. A1 is a cell name, or we can call it as a cell reference. Okay, so here instead of putting A1 in front of A, I put one dollar symbol. Similarly, in front of 1, I putting again dollar symbol. Okay, so now it is called as a absolute cell referencing. A1 stands for A column first row. Here also A column first row. If dollar symbol is not placed in between before the column name as well as row name, it is called as relative cell referencing. Whereas if dollar symbol is placed in front of row number as well as column letter, it is called as absolute cell referencing. In worksheet, we will study what is the difference between relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing, where we have to use relative cell referencing as well as where we can use absolute cell referencing. In this lesson, we are going to study about VLOOKUP with approximate value as well as relative cell referencing, absolute cell referencing. I like to open function worksheet. So first we'll have one mark list. I will explain you. Name, marks, here I need grade. I like to type some of the names here. Here I like to type some of the marks scored by the students. Randomly some of the marks I type here. Here I need grade or result. Already we studied one thing. If the mark is less than 35, it is file. The mark lies in between 35 to 59. It will be third class. If it is more than 60, it will be considered as first class. That is file, third class, second class, as well as first class. Okay. Now already we studied about how to use with the help of if function. Let's study if. Okay. Once I like to type the same function. If B2 is less than 35, it is assumed he is file. Since already finished out, we type all the functions, whole function. Again, if B2 less than 50, it is third class. Double bracket, the double quote. Again, if B2 is less than 60, it should be second class. comma. Otherwise, it should be first class. So 3 close bracket at last, since we are using 3 if function. So we can try it. This is what we studied in the previous lesson itself. Is file, first class, third class, first class, second class, first class, third class, second class, first class. That's good, no problem. Here one problem is there. Afterwards, after some days, it is assumed 45 is the top limit whose are passed out. That means instead of those are getting lower than 35 filed, now onward is considered those are getting lower than 40 is filed. Similarly, third class lies in between 40 to 55. Second class lies in between 55 to 65. Third class means those are scored more than 65. It is considered first class. Assume like this. Now what we got to do? We got to go here and change the whole function. Here it will be changed as 40. Then it should be changed as 45. Then 45 to something like this. 55. But then we can put 65. It should be 55. That means those are scored less than 40. It is filed. If the mark is lies between 40 to 55, third class. Similarly, if the mark lies between 55 to 65, second class. If the mark is more than or equal to 65, it is first class. Now it will work. Here's some problem. That is, changing the function is not good. Change the function is not good. Since it is a very small function, you know very well how to change the function. You are excellent with the help of how to do with the function in Excel. You can do it. In some cases, if the same thing is done by those are not well in Excel, it will be very confusing. So that is why we can go for VLOOKUP. You should not change the function. Value should be changed. Input value should be changed. That according to the input values, the function should give the same result. That is what we are going to study it now with the help of VLOOKUP. See here. First we will have same thing here, marks, grade, here 0, 35. First we will study the 35, 50, 60 and greater than 60. And then 60. Here file, that means third class. Then second class. This is first class. This is the condition or criteria. You can call it as a condition or criteria. That means if the mark is lies in between 0 to 34, it is file. If the mark lies in between 35 to 50, it is third class. If the mark lies in between 50 to 60, this is second class. If the mark is greater than or equal to 60, first class. Okay, this is the lower limit. File means lower limit for file is 0. Lower limit for third class is 35. Lower limit for second class is 50. Lower limit for first class is 60. This is the criteria we should have. In this case, no need to worry about the criteria. Directly we can give in the function. Here we have to mention the criteria. Okay, now here name, same thing to copy it from the here. These two alone I can like to copy. Okay, here I need grade. Here I need grade. Why? Selvam is 10. So his mark is less than 35. It should be 5. It is first class. It is third class. Already we know very well how to do it with the help of VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP. Now the lookup value is that is available in D2. Lookup table is from A1 to B5. A1 colon B5. That is second column. First we'll see exact match. 0 stands for exact match. I think Why it goes no error? See it, 10 is there. 10 is not available here. 10 is not available here. That is why it shows error. So this function, since 0 is placed, it always checks or looks for exact match. Here 10 is there, but 10 is not there. That is why it gives error. Similarly, I like to type here VLOOKUP, then here D4 is the lookup value, and then table is A1 colon B5, comma second column 0. See, it gives a correct result. Why it gives a correct result here? See, D4 is 35. 35 is available. So it always, since we're putting here 0, it always checks for exact match. Okay, now I put it here 1. Okay, it is approximate value, or you can put it as true. It gives correct value. See here. Here D2 A1 colon B5 comma 2 comma 1. 1 stands for approximate value. Why it gives a correct value? I will check it helping you. So D2 is a lookup value. Here 10 is there. A1 colon B5 is the table. A1 to A5. 2 is the second column. 1 is the approximate value. That means this we look up for a value 10 in the leftmost column. If the 10 is available, the second column value will be written. If the 10 is not available, it will look for the largest value smaller than 10. Largest value smaller than 10. Here, what is the largest value smaller than 10 is 0. Then it looks for 0. It found 0. Then the second column is file. File will be written here. That's all. That's good. Now, I like to drag this one. Already we know how to drag. Here, first class comes, no problem. No need to worry. Here also first class comes. How? We will check it out. Here D3, it looks for D3 100 in A2 to B6. That is A2 to B6. Second column, approximate match. Okay, so it search for 100. 100 is not there. Then the largest value among the A column smaller than 100. So 60 is the largest value smaller than 100. Then 60 will be found. So second column value is first class. It gives a first class. So far so good, no problem. Now I like to drag it here. Here also third class. Just consider. Here one more problem occurs. I'll check it out. First I will drag it up to end. So until this, everything is pakka. Whereas afterward it gives a wrong result. Why? See here. Already we know very well, by dragging, D2 will become D3. That is what I studied in the previous lessons itself. D2 becomes D3. Similarly, here A1 colon B5 is there. Automatically it becomes A2 colon B6. But the A2 here, A6, B6 does not contain anything. Similarly comes here A5 colon B5. Wherever it comes here, D7, A6, B6, A6, B10. There's nothing is there. So here D5, whenever by applying autofill handle, D5 should change it as D2 should be changed as D3. That's good, no problem. 2 should not change, 1 should not change. That's good. Whereas this A1 colon B5 should not change at any cost. Should not change at any cost. D2 should be changed as D3. Whereas A1 colon B5 should not change. Here I like to inform one thing. Absolute cell reference as well as relative cell reference. D2 is a relative cell reference. A1 colon B5 is a relative cell reference. Since dollar symbol is not available. That is why while applying autofill handle, it keeps on changing. D2, D3. Instead of A1, it changes as a A2. Instead of B5, it changes as a B6. These two are cell value. Okay. Now I change it as put dollar here. Why we are putting dollar here? Then only it will be considered as a absolute cell reference. Here D5 is a relative cell reference. $A, $1, colon, $B, $5 is a absolute cell reference. Now we'll drag it. D2 will change it as a D3. Whereas A1 colon B5, it will be as it is. Okay. Similarly, we can drag it out. Now we will see the difference. Now we are thinking pakka. So here also you can go, it will not change. So instead of D2, it is changed as a D10. A1, B5, it is as it is. So if it is a relative cell reference, while applying autofill, its value will be changed. Cell reference will be changed. If it is a absolute cell reference, while applying autofill, it will not change. In our case, here, D2 should be changed as D3 here, whereas the table should not change. It will be as it is. It should be always from A1 to B5. That is why you put it area $. Now we can check it up one by one. Here D3, the lookup value 100 is there. You have to look for the leftmost column of the table, starts from A1 to B5. So 100 is not there. No need to worry. Here we are putting only 1. That is approximate value. That approximate value stands for largest value among the leftmost column, smaller than the lookup value. The largest value is 60, that is smaller than the 100, then it will give. So what is the value available in B column, between second column, first class, it will come here. We will check it up here. So lookup value is 35. 35 should be looked in A column, that is leftmost column of the table, A1 colon B5, A1 colon B5, 35, exact match is there. Then that class will come. Here also, exact value is there, 60, first class will come. Here also 50, exact value is there, 50, second class will come. Here see it here, 80 is not there. 80 is not there. Then the largest value among the A column, smaller than 80 should be found. Then 60 is the largest value among this, lower than 80. Then second column is first class. First class will come. Similarly here, 49 is the lookup value. So it should take from the leftmost column, 49 is not there. Okay. Then largest value among the A column, smaller than 49. It should be 35. So 35 will be displayed. 35 is that class. It comes here. Like this, we have to work it out. Now, this okay. So far, so good. Now, our principal told, no sir, this is not correct. We have to change the mark list. That means up to 45. That is up to 40. Only file. It should be changed as 55. It should be changed as 65. See here, that is file means if the mark lies in between 0 to 40, it is file. If the mark lies in between 40 to 55, third class. 55 to 65, second class. Greater than or equal to 65, first class. Okay, now it automatically changed correctly. No need to worry about changing. In previous class, if you are using if function, we have to change it here. See here we are changing here. 40, 55, we are changing here. Here, this input table alone change. We are not changing the VLOOKUP function. Input table, that is criteria only we are changing. So automatically it will change it as first class file. It will be third class, first class, again third class. 51 comes as a third class. Okay. So this is the usage of VLOOKUP. Same thing for HLOOKUP. Instead of placing the values, the criteria as well as student mark list in column wise, we have to place it here. Marks, grade, name, marks, grade. We have to place it here horizontally. That means in row wise. Then we should go for HLOOKUP. That is the difference between approximate value as well as exact value. So today here itself I stop. I hope all of you enjoyed this lesson. In next lesson, we will study little bit more. Until then, thank you students. Bye-bye.